now Ben Fountain. It's pronounced Tierce, as in fierce. And woe to the reader who comes to her work with the expectation of healing, redemption, a heartwarming tale of resilience of the human spirit, or any of that other fatuous dreck that all too often passes for literary fiction in these United States. And don't let her gamine physique or waif-like demeanor fool you. The woman's a killer. I've never found so much as a sentimental comma in Merritt's work, and that's part of the thrill and terror of reading her stuff. She goes head first into life as it's actually lived, with all its messy contingencies and life-altering catastrophes, its schizophrenically mixed motives, its demolition derbies of sex and love, and our endless yearning for that sweet spot in between. When I first met Merritt, she was a 23-year-old single mother of two who'd earned her bachelor's degree at the age of 19 and been accepted to and passed on both Yale and Princeton divinity schools and made her living as a waitress at Dallas's most upscale and notorious fine dining steakhouse. Where she worked was ground zero for early 21st century American decadence, Dallas style, and I can't think of a better spy than Merritt Tierce to have planted there in the cause of truth and beauty. She saw everything and writes about it in the manner of an avenging angel who absorbed no small portion of the poison into herself. But like a young Keith Richards, this remarkable young woman could take the hits and keep on going. I worried about her a lot those years. And the first time she gave me a story of hers, I read it every day for the next 2 weeks and walked around in a kind of daze, wondering if it was really as good as I thought it was. Finally, I let myself believe that yes, this was one of the best writers I'd ever come across, living or dead. Convincing Merritt herself took rather longer, most of a decade actually, which serves as a testament not only to her stubbornness, but to her capacity for risk. She kept writing even when she thought she wasn't much good, when it seemed to hold more potential for disappointment and dashed hopes than a feasible way to live. She walked right out on that limb, farther and farther, and in the process wrote straight to the heart of who we are and how we live, and never once flinched. Next year, Doubledale will bring out her first novel, Love Me Back. The publication will represent what I suppose we could call the official start of Merritt's career, a career that I fully expect will cut a long, strong swath through American letters. But for a little bit longer, she's still our secret. A secret I'm very happy to share with all of you tonight. Enjoy her and what she has to say. I think we're in on the start of something big.
So thank you for being here. This is actually the first day I've ever seen my stories, my novel, in a book form. This is the first galley of my book. And I'm glad my editor gave me this too, because I wouldn't have had anything to read from. I would have had to read on my phone, I guess. So this is a chapter in my book, and the chapter is called The Dangler. Shayla has a body to break your mind. You scan it once, expecting a flaw, twice, not believing there isn't one, 3 times for the exhilaration. The way her legs are tan, a real brown sugar tan, her calves all cut up and high, her toes manicured, but in that simple nude style, her ass so round, so beautiful. Her slender waist, her perfect, all-real breasts floating and pulling the world to her, nipples often showing, just a bit if she turns, through whatever silk dress she's wearing. She has long, straight, dirty blonde hair that falls over her face when she checks her phone. She's gorgeous, but in a porchy Alabama way, not the way women in Dallas usually look if they're trying. Like, you look at her and think, that must be about how she looked before she went into her big bathroom to get ready. I'm good enough to get the once-over in the bar at the restaurant. I see them thinking my smallness is appealing, my ass and face are cute enough. I see them thinking that short haircut might be sexy. I'm always in a backless cocktail dress and heels. I'm flat-chested and a tad muscular, so they ask me if I'm a dancer and say, call me sometime, let's have a drink. It took me a while to understand you're supposed to work that for your money, but you can let the willingness fall right off your face when you turn around. It took me a while to understand that of Horsemen fling their entreaties out in swarms, like schools of sperm, hoping one will stick. They're expecting to be turned down, so you shouldn't feel any obligation. I've seen every woman in Dallas bring her best into the bar, but Shayla's the one who stops time and mouths. She's easy like a man, too, which makes them insane. God, she's dirty, they slobber. They're all after her, and she gives them all their turns, letting them outspend each other. Ahmed owns a pizza company that runs catchy, snarky ads. He's a Pakistani New Yorker who knows Danny from Yonkers. He left his wife and 4 kids for Shayla, but now he sits at the corner of the bar, all sad and blurred, staring into the middle whiskey distance. Thank you.